Download the BCSN Plus app today. Visit bcsnnation.com for details.
Rockets on the outside looking in for the MAC tournament. NIU has the spot. UT wants it. In the first, Samantha Bolding smacks it to the left field wall. Kendra Vanderloot comes home to score. Ellie Rodriguez rounds third and makes it a 2 RBI double. We move to the fourth. Toledo up 1. Madison McKay flies out to right field. Both runners tag up. Maggie Rowe ends up coming home to make it a 2-run lead once again. A 1-run game in the sixth. Bases loaded for Enriquez. Well hit ball up the middle, scores a run. Rockets add another run on a fielder's choice to go up 3. Same frame, Vanderluk clears the right side shortstop for a base hit. Alexis Shepard comes home. Busy inning for the Rockets. They score 3 in the 6th to take the game 1, 6-2.
All right, Sherwin, game 2. We begin in the top of the 4th. Bases loaded, 3-0 count. Sophia Knight walks Casey Quick. Alana Velasquez scores. Huskies up 1-0. The bases are still loaded, and 2 batters later, Jenna Turner finds a gap in right field. No defenders to be found. The base is clear. Velasquez scores. Trinity Jones-Estrada scores. Quick hesitates past third base. A game of tag ensues. Quick is called out at home plate, but still, NIU puts up 2 more runs. Turner, her first multi-RBI game since April 12th when she had 5. Huskies lead 3-0. Same inning, Danielle Stort, the floater to left field. Turner comes home. It's a 4-run 4th inning for the Huskies. NIU beats Toledo 4-1.
Well, as is so often the case in the Mid-American Conference, this doubleheader really came down to pitching. And unfortunately for the Rockets, while Sophia Knight really bossed Game 1, Lily Castle and that lethal changeup for Northern Illinois really decided it in Game 2.
Yeah, in Game 2, Castle really had that amazing changeup. She was able to throw it for a strike even at the first pitch of the count. And that was really effective against UT. They just couldn't keep up with the changeup.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to get hits on the board against her in Game 2, but the real difference between the two teams, NIU had that one big inning. They struck for 4 runs in the 4th. Meanwhile, Toledo left the bases loaded twice, 9 runners left on in totality, and in the end, that's kind of the reason why Toledo is not going to play in the MAC tournament.
Yeah, it's hard to leave runners on and keep doing it inning after inning. It's just you have to be able to hit off the good pitches. You have to be able to hit off the change, and Toledo just wasn't able to come up with those key hits today.
Yeah, it's one of those cruel ironies, I think, that you get in sports sometimes. This was a Toledo team that, unlike last year, was built for power rather than speed. They hit 50 home runs this year, the most ever in program history. So naturally, on a day in which they have to take both games of a doubleheader, it's the one game a year, the one day a year in which the wind is blowing in at Scott Park. There were several fly balls that on a normal day would have carried out.
Yeah, it's just really sad to see. The one day that Toledo actually needed the wind to work in their favor at Scott Park, of course it wasn't going to do that today.
Naturally, and isn't that always the way. Seen a lot of growth, though, in this Toledo team over the course of the year. You remember back to February and March, this is a group that endured a month-long losing streak to even come back in conference play and take it into the final weekend to have a chance of getting to the MAC tournament. I think it says a lot about the culture that Jessica Bracamonte is building here.
Yeah, it just proves the resilience of the Rockets this year. It's really hard to come back after a month of losing and still make it and break a season record of 50 home runs in a season. Props to the Rockets. It's unbelievable that they've even come back to almost make it into the MAC tournament this year.
Yeah, one more game in the season, potentially tomorrow, weather permitting, against Northern Illinois, but there won't be anything at stake. NIU is in, Toledo is out of the MAC tournament picture.